Hey guys, um, welcome to my channel. This is this whole video today is going to be a debate. It's going to be a debate that I want to start out, with my side of the view, giving what I think would be uh, my standpoint on this debate. This is my first video on YouTube in general. I never really made any content for YouTube. Um, my name is Mike Northcraft. Uh, I go to the University of Alabama, and this whole debate on this video is going to be more of an intellectual kind of debate. Um, what I want to start out on this channel is a more intellectual channel. Get different viewpoints of different many topics. Maybe current event, maybe history, business, entrepreneurships, media, social media, new applications, technology, Silicon Valley, Hollywood, differences in the debate between that, the film industry versus tech industry. What's going to be the future. Just many things that I really want to talk about on this channel, and maybe just give a view from a college kid. Uh, uh, but I think my first topic on this debate, the debate being introverts versus extroverts, what's better in different scenarios. I listed down 4 subjects I want to talk about within the debate, and we'll see how it goes. These are my viewpoints. Obviously, I would love to hear from people that watch this video, what you think about it, and what you think would be a good viewpoint on yourself. Tell me what you think. I always love learning. Um, Given I am at college, extroverts flourish at college. And in nature, I am an introvert, but over time, I've taught myself how to be extrovert. Taught myself to be social. You know, Many introverts, they kind of stay within their books. Um, don't see it, but I like reading. This is just me. I really like reading. Um, all these books right here. I read that, all those, and book I'm reading right now. Part of the deal. This is a political video, so don't ask me on your political views, but might be a couple guys. But I read all those just this year, and I'm not trying to say that just to flaunt myself. I'm just saying and giving you a background on what I am. I'm an introvert by nature, but I push myself to be more extroverted. That's how you meet people. That's how you network successfully, and that's, I think, a good segue into my first topic, and it's 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 kind of the sub debate within the debate. What would be more beneficial, the extrovert or the introverts? Being antisocial or versus being social? And this can be kind of intertwined with networking. Say you are trying to start up a business, or we'll get into entrepreneurships in the next topic, but just in business in general, you're going to have to interact with people. You're going to have to network. You're going to have to go to seminars. You're going to have to talk with people. And I think within that scenario, extroverts really shine. And it's kind of goes into the whole part within your whole social circle as well. You know, Extroverts are always the ones loved. They're always the ones that everybody loves to be around. They're always the ones that they love. Everybody loves having them around because they're left the party. They're the extroverts. Or they're just the annoying drunk guy just pouring beers on people. Whatever you viewpoint it as. But uh, and also it could go into natural attractiveness. People that are extroverts and like to talk to a lot of people, they have that kind of a natural born charisma within the extrovert. They have that attractiveness to be attracted to either uh, bosses, being attracted to them so they can get a job or an internship in college or out of college, co-op. Extroverts are very good. That's where it comes back to networking. But I think that within natural attractiveness, a lot of people think that extroverts just own this topic. But I think once you go into meeting an introvert and you get past that first level of awkward, like, hi, you know, just the first awkward hi, everybody is awkward, sitting in a coffee shop, like you say hi to somebody and it's just always awkward. It goes back to when we're primates, um, just in general. Like, you go up to the wrong person, say it's the opposite sex, for example, you're like, hey, how are you doing? And our whole hardwire within our brains tell us it goes back to, we're living in tribes. What if that one's with the big hunter? If he comes over and beats my ass? We still have that anticipatory anxiety to, you know, not approach people. And that's kind of being manifested even bigger within, you know, uh, with phones, the new wave of technology that's making people even more introverted and antisocial. But we'll get into that later. But next topic. But natural attractiveness in general, it could go either way. Extroverts, introverts. Introverts, I think, yeah, in my personal opinion, I know a lot of interesting introverts. One of my best friends, name's Austin. He is an introvert by nature. I always talk to him, and he always asks me, you know, how do I, you know, how do I start conversations with people? And I'm like, because I used to be a severe introvert. I read books all the time, and I would prefer not talking to people. It's just how it was. But I knew when I was in college, I want to be by myself. I don't want my family. I want to grow a social circle. I don't want to be lonely. So I went out and talked to people. I learned science of social dynamics. I read books on that. Before I read Harry Potter. A lot of my friend Katie and friend Morgan, have they told me that I look like Harry Potter with these glasses, but that's whatever. I can't believe that came up. I didn't even plan for that to come up. But a lot of introverts can be that way. But for let's go into the next topic. Let's say entrepreneurships. Many introverts has been noted that in a article from the Wall Street Journal. I don't care what your political opinion is. If it is relevant to this debate, put it down there. I'll read over it. If it's not, I'll delete your comment. If it's rude, if it's useful, I'll keep it on there. But the Wall Street Journal, it says that a lot of successful entrepreneurs were introverts, given that a lot of their companies are based around introvertish kind of things like computers, given, Steve Wozniak, um, Mark Zuckerberg, he was introvertish and he made a social media site, which we'll get into later on. Social media, introvert versus extrovert. And just another one to name off, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Warren Buffett, natural born introvert. He reads 400 pages a day. Natural introvert. But he probably learned, like I have, to become an extrovert and to interact with people. That he wouldn't have gotten where he was without networking. He grew his business through networking. That's how he became his extrovert style. I believe that within introverts and extroverts have an advantage when it comes to networking. Introverts have an advantage when it comes to working, working when it's just for long periods of time on their their craft. But um, that was funny how a lot of these introverts that they mentioned on the Wall Street Journal that were entrepreneurs. they were they like they like computers and all that kind of stuff. And one thing that I thought was cool, Mark Zuckerberg was an introvert, and I said that before, but he made that social media site Facebook. But anyway, there also has been a lot of extroverts that made entrepreneurships. Um, he's not he. I like to call him an entrepreneur because he started a business, even though his first business was a corrupt business. It was a kind of secondary lifestyle. Um, 50 Cent. I read a book by Robert Greene that was co-written by 50 Cent about his life. Robert Greene, he is a fantastic writer, probably one of my favorites. He wrote Mastery, which is a great book for mastering your craft. Follows a system of gaining cumulative knowledge, finding a mentor, work under that mentor, get better than the mentor, and then succeed. That's just the background for that book. But that helps with entrepreneurships as well, in general, but obviously. But he also made, other books like Art of Seduction and it was 11 Rules of Power. I haven't read that one. Art of Seduction and Mastery I've read, and the 50th Law, but I haven't read the Power Rules yet. I want to. But anyway, I'm trying to think where I was going here. Yes, 50 Cent. His life, his parents both died at a young age. So he grew up in, I believe it's Queens in New York City. And he got into the drug business. He started selling a lot of drugs, and but he became one of the biggest drug distributors in New York City. But he realized, this isn't for me. I network with different people. He became an entrepreneur in the rap game. Made his own rap label company. It's whatever. But let's go into the next topic here. Next one being relationships. Um, Personally, um, before I thought that extroverts really are the only ones that really can totally find their their lover, their girlfriend, their boyfriend. But introverts, they do have a thing to themselves. But I really do still believe strongly that extroverts do have a power position in the relationship game. Um, just a given, like I said before, meeting new people, they are extremely good at that. Um, Another one, you know, just from them being so outgoing, that's natural attractiveness, the guy that's always in the limelight, that's natural attractiveness. Um, his value's higher, given that men aren't looked at for their looks like crazy. It's very important that men gain this kind of power to them with extrovert because that's where we get most of our attractiveness is our power, and it's kind of crazy. It's just how media and society explains it, and our biological systems work the same way. But it's basically how men and women are seen for attraction and value. It's survival and replication value. Women have survival value, and men have the other side. I screwed up. Women have survival. No, I did screw up. Yes, women have replication value because of their attractiveness. Because back then, men ruled everything. It's sad to say. I might get some women feminists hating on me for this, but back in before Christ, it was the men. It was biologically dominated. Men naturally being stronger. They had the power. They had the survival value. They can survive better. But women, they had the replication value. You know, they had the genes to create another child like the survival value being a man or a woman that can help the man have another high survival ratio. And that's just with attractiveness. But I guess just to end this point, I believe that extroverts do have a up in relationships. You know, I think they have a bigger power. Because they're wanted more in relationships. If you have a bigger power, I think that it can you know yield more power to you. But let's go on to the next one. One of the biggest ones I really want to talk about is social media. Um, I think social media has a place for each. When people think of social media, I think that a lot of things people think about social media is that if you see somebody having fun, they get liked more. You know, with Snapchat in general, I believe one of the reasons I don't use it is because I'm not trying to hate on it, but I think it's narcissistical and it's just I always see the one guy, like I I, I just it makes me feel weird. I see maybe let's see like in a concert, I see like people just holding their phones up and they're all on Snapchat just videoing the guy. I guess that's natural now, but I just I feel like if I was there, maybe I'd take one picture, one video, and it'd be done. But that's just my viewpoint, you know. Uh, but let's take one social media app in general. Let's take that being Instagram. I think that Instagram has influenced many people to be antisocial. I'm gonna skip past a couple points here and I'll go back to the other ones. But by 2012, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, start of 2012, phone addiction became official. Addicted to someone's cellular device. You know, back in like 70s, 80s, I don't fucking know actual what fucking year it was, but whatever it was, it brings back the time of we actually used phones to only call people. Texting wasn't even a thing. Now people have emojis, they play games, they have to have their phone on. A lot of people I've asked, either whether they be friends or just acquaintances, past girlfriends, whatever they are, I've asked them this question: are you addicted to your phone? A lot of people have responded they feel naked without having their phone in their hands, in their pocket, or anywhere on their person. And there was there was a famous Australian model that really kind of made this into the limelight, and her name is Asina O'Neill. I tried contacting her um, to so I can interview her via Skype for my book I'm writing on this, but she has been a successful model on Instagram. Um, very beautiful, but she exposed the industry. She said that many people that either I'm still extremely nervous because this is my first video, so please give me some slack. I swear, like once I get into it, it'll be all flashy. I won't be nervous. Um, but I think that, um, and she kind of let all the industry out. You know, she was She said that the people that contacted her for advertising on her profile were telling her, where to hold the product, um, don't say or say this, don't say this, say this, um, you know, uh, and a lot of it was under the table, um, so they don't have to deal with a lot of legal work and everything like that. But and they were getting a lot of these girls, Cena O'Neill in general, I believe. I haven't watched her video. Heard she has a video on YouTube. You'd probably go check it out. Um, if I can figure it out, I'll put a link in the bio for this of the video. But she was she was exposing them in that. I believe she said, you can correct me or not, but she was making a six-figure income. If she wasn't, I know a lot of other Instagram models that were making six-figure incomes on that social media application, which I think is crazy. The man that made Instagram, what was his name? Let's check this out here. I'm very. I love Bryson Tiller. Um, Kevin Seastrom, worth $400 million now from creating a social media application. Damn, I can make that shit. Holy shit! Wish I came up with that. Nah, no, I wish I came up with IBM or Microsoft, the big ones. But my personal theory, that phone addiction is making more introverts, which is okay. A lot of the Instagram models that she was saying were addicted to their phones. They're antisocial and they were introverts. You know, and don't get me wrong, I don't think introverts are just antisocial. That's not the only thing that qualifies introverts. I believe that introverts have many other qualities to them, but but I would love to hear some feedback. Given this is my first video, don't know if I will, but I'll keep trying. I think that's where I'm at. Sounds good. All right, cool. Signing out. Please leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. Thank you.